Hey everybody. So James and my boss Tammy and my daughter Chanel.
All about your other boss?
Yeah, your other boss.
What? There's a song. It goes like this: stuck in the middle with you, jokers to the left, clowns to the right, stuck in the middle with you.
He's showing off.
Yeah. Okay. So look, this is going to be a preamble to a 12-part series we're going to do. That's all about getting from the point whether you should breed your dog to the point that you're ready to breed your dog again after that cycle. So the entire process to hopefully get
Hook your baby up.
pretty little puppies like these is Chanel. This here is Nebula.
It's Nebula.
Nebula.
This is Andromeda.
Andromeda. They're gorgeous. And they, how old are they now?
They are 6.5 weeks old.
Okay.
They were sold at 3 days.
Yeah,
Yes.
these guys are not. We're not trying to promote a sale on puppies here, by the way. These
Yeah.
are puppies that are actually already.
Fluffy carriers.
Yeah, they've
Got a
already,
wonderful home already.
they've already got wonderful homes to go to. But what we want to do is, we do a lot of these videos, and so I want to do a whole 12-part series that takes you through from the very beginning. So I thought, look, neither Chanel or Tammy really know much about what I plan on talking about. So I thought we'd just have a general discussion about it so people get an idea about what we think is relevant. And so if you also as a viewer have got something that you think you'd like us to address in this series, then we now have a new format to you to ask us questions. Chanel, tell us about that.
It's called info@lovemypups.com. Just send an email. This way your questions don't get lost in the comment section on the YouTube channel. And sorry, I masked today. So we are doing this to kind of help streamline the question process so no questions get missed, so no people get missed, and it just kind of keeps things clean and easy.
Right. And by the way, Chanel's wearing a mask because her fiance is a coach and a school teacher, and there's quite a lot of this next round of COVID hitting the school, so she's just been concerned about
We're in
us, which we
Oklahoma,
appreciate.
so we got
We've all had our shots, but we're
Yeah.
not paranoid, but at the same time,
She's just doing it
she,
for precaution.
she's doing a precaution to protect us, which we appreciate that. Okay.
She loves us.
Yes,
She's
well, I like
been-
this. I mean,
she's
this, we don't want to get this whole
being
mask.
kind and courteous.
Yeah, exactly. It's just not,
Yeah.
this is not, yeah, exactly. Okay,
Not a
enough of that.
political thing.
Okay, so here we go. So this is what I thought I'd do. I thought I'd do a 12-part series. So I thought the first part would be, do you even want to breed your dog? So you've all been in this situation, haven't we? Should we breed our dog this time or not?
Yeah, because if you got vacation plans coming up or whatever, weddings,
Yeah. So we're going to skip a
And
cycle, aren't we?
she's got a wedding in December,
Yes.
and she's like, "Oh yeah, I can breed my dog," and I'm like, "Oh, I don't know,"
So
because if she didn't have babies till the end of November, her wedding's like the first part of December, and it's like, no.
this is
No
a big
time.
commitment you're about to undertake,
Yeah.
isn't it? You've got to be on board to do the things you've got to do to make sure you're there for your mum and your babies.
You got to
And so,
think of the what ifs, what could
Yeah.
go wrong.
Yeah. So that's going to be number one. So that's going to be about should you breed your dog. Then the number two is going to be physically who are you going to breed your dog to? What are you got?
What's your female's DNA?
Yeah, what do you know about your female? Be prepared to know what she can produce so that you can then choose an appropriate size, structure, and DNA dog.
Go get your dog DNA'd if you
Yes.
don't know before she comes into
Right.
heat, so you'll know exactly what her DNA is and know exactly what DNA to match up to the stud dog.
And this is a
what you'll be
conversation that
getting.
you and I have a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got a dog that's coming up and we'll have a debate about why we should breed to which dog and why. And so, it's a careful consideration about this before. And you did the same thing too, about who should you choose and why. Okay, so that's the second one. So then after that, so each of these is going to be about 10 or 15 minutes. Then we're going to talk about the actual physical AI, the physical mating. Is it going to be natural mating? Is it going to be a vaginal AI? Is it going to be a TCI or a surgical? What's the process and how are you going to do it? And we're going to talk some specifics about that, about how you get that done. Next one is the pregnancy. So I've never really done a video about all the things and what to expect when you're pregnant kind of thing, right? All the things that can happen because
What to give when you're pregnant, what not to give,
Exactly.
how to make
Should
it comfortable.
you should be feeding puppy food as soon as you get her AI. Start feeding her puppy food like she is pregnant.
Should they be hanging out with their puppy friends or other dog friends? Should they be alone? That kind of stuff.
Right.
We had a person ask if their dog's in heat, is it okay for it to swim? And I said, and he said, I don't know why you're asking that question. I said, well, sharks.
By the way, one thing I want to say about Frenchies is these dogs can fart. Good
Oh,
Lord.
James, he's blaming it on the dog, I
Good
swear.
My mask is
Yeah.
saving me this time.
Yes, but yeah. So there's, I mean, there's things that can happen during a pregnancy. Dogs
Oh,
can have
what?
morning sickness. They can
Scared.
stop eating. They can be vomiting. You had a problem this last time with discharge. We're going to address hopefully all the things we can think of that are going to happen or could happen during the physical pregnancy. Okay, so then it's time for the whelp. So we're going to talk about C-sections, choosing vets, timing C-sections. If you're doing a natural whelp, what you should have on hand, what you can expect. So that's going to be another one. Then we're going to talk about the actual birth itself. If it's a C-section, what you can expect to happen during the surgery. If you're participating in that, what you can expect to happen. If you're not participating, about how long is it going to take before you see puppies? When can puppies and mum go home? What kind of drugs should they have when they leave? That's going to be that part.
What you should bring in your car.
What you should have in your car.
That
Exactly.
traveling incubator.
Yeah, well, those things. And also it's like, look, you're planning to have a C-section.
Plugins for the car. Take it.
Yeah, you plan to have a C-section, but all of a sudden you're forced with a natural whelp because all of a sudden puppies came soon. You've got to have your little supply. You've got a little cardboard box with all of your stuff in it. We're going to talk about what you should have. Yeah, for those of you who've had human babies, you had a bag somewhere that you were ready to grab. The go bag. You have a go bag.
Or when you go to the storm shelter, you have a bag of things that you want inside that bag. So prepare yourself just like that.
Right, good. So we're going to talk about the C-section, and that's a C-section of the natural whelp. What's actually going on? Okay, then part 6 is coming home. Got puppies. You got puppies, either you've had them at home or you're coming from the vet.
Let me just say this. When you're at the vet and you've got those puppies and the vet's there with you, check for cleft palates, please.
So we're going to talk about all the things that the vet should be doing in preparation for this, right, coming home, right.
And keeping your own checklist in case the vet doesn't do it, so you don't get home and go, oh, they should have done this, and it's too late.
Right, exactly. So yes, there's lots of things to add. I haven't even gotten the list yet, but now you brought that up. Things like, should you remove the dew claws when you're at the vet? If you're going to do DNA testing, would that be advisable? Or are you going to do this yourself? Or are you just not going to do it at all? Okay. All right, so now you're home, and then we're going to talk about the environment for home. What you're going to have, because you don't want to be in a situation where you don't have anything set up, right? And I get phone calls about this.
Baby proof.
Yeah, where people don't have any environment set up at all, and it's like, you should have done this days beforehand. In fact, your girl should have been living in that environment, at least sleeping at night in that environment. Yeah. If she's used to sleeping on the bed, you don't want her to all of a sudden throw her in a cage with puppies for the first time. She's going to be confused.
I'm a member of several French Bulldog forums, and it's shocking how many people post and say, my dog is coming home from a C-section right now, what should we have at the house? And it's like, you should have had everything 3 days ago.
That's right. So we're here to help you with that.
Right. 2 weeks ago.
And then, you're going to get some unashamed plugs on some of our products during these videos, because we do manufacture products specifically to help you have and have stopped having problems with raising puppies.
We use them, and we recommend that you use them.
Yep.
And if we use them and don't like them, we don't sell them.
That's right. We've tried lots of things over the years, haven't we?
James invented some stuff and now are patented, and those are on there.
But anything that you see on our website is products that we use on a day-to-day basis, and we believe in them.
And we're happy with it.
Yeah, otherwise it wouldn't be there. Not all manufactured by us, but all used by us. So then we're going to talk about puppies, problems with puppies. So this is a big one. Things that can go wrong: cleft palates, being rejected by mum, fading puppy syndrome, poop problems, all kinds of issues with puppies.
The death cry.
The death cry,
Yes.
There's things like this that, if you do much of this, you're going to come across these things. And being prepared with things like incubators and oxygen concentrators and the right kind of medicines can be the difference between surviving this or absolutely not surviving it. All right, part 8, mummy issues. So there can be lots of mummy issues. Rejection of puppies.
Well, you want to make sure that when you bring home mama and her babies, that you want to make sure she's off where she's by herself, where she doesn't feel pressure from other dogs running around and peeking in her cage.
There you go.
She's coming out of an aesthetic,
Yes, there you
You
go.
want her as comfortable as possible.
Yep, so the right environment.
Keep her private
Right environment,
in
right.
her private area.
So we're going to talk about milk, too much milk, infections, mastitis, eclampsia. Anybody think of anything else besides those things that we should be talking about?
Mastitis is important to think about. I had experience at my first time, and it's something that I don't hear enough people talking about, and I don't know if it's because, chance, or it's something that needs to talk, it can happen with any mama, with any size litter. It needs to be talked about more.
Yeah, I mean, I think about us over the years. I mean, we've come across mastitis probably, at least a handful of times, haven't we? And it's always been okay.
Yeah.
But the first time we had this, actually, we did have an abscess with that one dog because we didn't know what to do.
So
since then, we haven't had that problem.
Ended up not being able to use that.
She had a failed titty after that forever. She still had puppies after it, but it could have been, could have been a bad situation. Okay, then we're going to talk about
many years ago.
Weaning puppies. So now we've got puppies there, 4 or 5 weeks old. We're going to talk about the process that you're going to go through for wormings, for maybe got ahead of myself on this. Sorry, that's not weaning. This is all about treatment for puppies. Is going to be part 9. It's going to be wormings. It's going to be about parasites. It's going
what
to
to clean your cage with, toys, things like that.
Yes.
The whelping part, maybe you said whelping, not weaning.
Yes, whelping, exactly. It's
I
the
can read
whelping
his
part.
writing better than he can.
I know. Part 10's weaning. Part 10's going to be weaning. So you've got puppies that now are ready to be away from mum, or mums to be ready away from the puppies. How do you go through that process? What do you do to make sure that mum doesn't develop mastitis, the puppies don't get stressed out, so on and so forth. And then we might talk a little bit about crate training too there, possibly as well.
Yep.
Part 11, marketing your puppies. How are you going to keep all the puppies? Are you going to give puppies away? You've got to have a plan here as to what your end game is to either generate income, find great homes for your puppies, family members that are suitable choices, whatever.
This is part 11, but it needs to be up there with part 1. Because you can't do part 11 after they're already, this needs to be something the whole time. These babies sold on day 3 because of marketing.
There you go, exactly. Well, also, you better start the whole thing with a clear idea about what the end game's going to be, right? You don't just have puppies, right?
Right. This goes to the conversation with the stud that you're going to pick too, because most, people, this is an opportunity for people to network and see who you're using and say, I'm excited for, it's just all really fun times, the fun side of marketing.
Yes. Then part 12 is, when will the next cycle come around? When can you expect, what can you expect from your girl, the mum, in terms of her, should she be ready to be breeded cane? Should you breed her again? How long would that take? Do you give her a rest? Those kind of things. That's going to be the last part. And then you've got a choice now. So this is now, we're already at 12 minutes, we're about done here. But you get a choice in this next 24 hours. If you've got some particular things that you'd like addressed in this, then send it to
info@lovemypups.com.
Okay. So I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah? All right. So I think first part probably going to show up probably tomorrow or the next day. We'll probably do one every day and do it over the next 2 weeks. So it's going to take some time and effort. That's all right. That's what we do. Okay. Hey, look at these pretty puppies. They are just, I love this little girl here.
They are knockouts.
They really are.
Little flat, wide muzzles.
She's a mini Nova.
Ching.
So it's cute because Nova, my girl, love my champagne supernova. In a supernova, a nebula occurs. She is Nova's little twin, and so we named her Nebula, and it's perfect because she is identical little clone to Nova. So it's just kind of cute. The name's actually worked out that way.
Yeah.
This is Andromeda.
She's gorgeous. They're both gorgeous. She's a chunky little thing, isn't she?
They're such good babies, such healthy. We've been taping ears, and hers are falling down right now.
Yes.
She looks like Dobby the house elf.
Well, that's something else.
No, she looks like Yoda.
Yes.
Are you getting Yoda? Oh.
Look at that square top head she's got.
Yes.
And
These babies,
so
they've sat with us this whole time.
Yes, haven't they?
They're good babies.
They are.
It's good genes.
That's right. Exactly. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.